Hey, what's going on, everyone? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. Today, looking at some high-level hitting mechanics. This is Alex Hugo. If you haven't heard of her or seen her, she absolutely raked. Go check out her college stats. Just amazing numbers every single year. One of the top players in the country. And a lot of people say, "Oh, she does things unconventional, right?" When she first was hitting, people watch her, they'd be like, "What is she doing?" Like, these are this is a little different, and her numbers were a lot different than most girls around the world. So, what we're going to talk about here is I'm not going to look at her style, right? She had kind of a leg kick and a little bit bigger movements, and the thing here is not bigger movements. Some people watch this and are like, "Oh, you just want these big movements." I don't care if they're big movements or small movements. I just care about what she's doing, the actual movements she's making. And if you haven't seen our other videos, go back and check those out because we go really in depth on every part of the swing. But I want to show you here an elite hitter. All right, here's a girl that crushed softballs, crushed, and dominated, really dominated games. Like when she got up, the pitcher said, "Oh no, I don't want her to hit." That's something. If you're a hitter, that's good. If they say that about you, that's good. So I want to show you kind of what she's doing here. Okay, and I want to kind of focus on again how she prepares herself to move. As she strides forward, she's pulling back right here. Okay. Now some people might say, "Oh, that's an arm bar. You can't get your hands back that far." Again, I'm not saying that you have to get them back that far, but I am saying that you have to pull back. Okay. You have to when when you start to move this way, you can't just let your hands and upper body go with you. One of the moves I see most young girls make. 90, really high percent, maybe 90% at the youth level when I watch. Okay? I move this way, I've got to pull back that way. I've got to resist my move forward, and I've got to set myself up in position to be able to launch the bat back. Okay? And so if you just watch kind of her back elbow right here, you're going to notice that as she's moving forward, that elbow is going this way. Right? So she's using her back to set up her swing, to pull her back. Okay? She's not just pushing her hands back this way. Some people say, you know, move forward, push your hands back. Well, that's going to create more of a longer swing, right? And you may get a little bit more bat speed out of it, but it's going to become a little bit disconnected and even armsy if you don't really set this back here. If you don't pull back and use your back a little bit more, it's not going to work the exact way you want it. So the key is to get pulled back, okay, as you move forward. And again, I got a long video that goes really in depth on all that, but I want to show you here. Now here she is. She's ready to hit, okay? Knob's kind of facing the catcher's feet. She's pulled back. She's over the plate. And now when she starts to launch here, what you're going to notice is this is going to start to turn, right? So her leg is turning. And when she does that, her upper body gets launched back, and this starts to turn. So her barrel is going rearward and turning back. You can see her barrel blurring out back here. So that's where her barrel is traveled this way. Her upper body is launched back. Her leg is turning. And so now you have this pulling this way, this turning that way. And this is where the swing comes together as far as the sequence is. So the barrel is the last thing that enters the zone. And a lot of times it's the first thing that wants to enter the zone when I watch younger players hit. They want to go, right? And if you think about it, I can understand why some people say, "Well, this ball's coming in quick, right? We don't have a lot of reaction time. Quick, hurry up, get your barrel to the ball fast." And so what happens? Upper body pushes, knob straight down to the ball, barrel stays up, comes in way too steep, cuts through the ball, right? body hasn't been able to work together at all. No stretch created. Ball's fouled off, or barrel never gets there in time. Ball's blown by the hitter. And then they say, well, we got to go quicker. Come on, hurry up. Get the knob going. Get the knob going quick. Get the barrel going down to the ball. And it just starts working even more against you. What needs to happen is you need to put your body in position to where when you launch this thing, we talk a lot about the elastic band or like a slingshot. You pull the band back. You create energy in the band, but you create stretch so that when all you have to do is release the band, right, and whack. Now all of a sudden, this moves. Then the upper body turns or tilts back. Then the barrel comes. So it's this, this, this. Instead of this, then the upper body, then the lower body, and the bat's just pushed to the ball. Right? You got to think of it like a whip. Energy is transferred from the handle. As you whip the handle, the energy travels up the whip to the very tip. And if you think about the barrel as the tip of the whip, that's the idea. If you want to be able to create a lot of bat speed, but also want to be able to create some suddenness to your swing, quickness, and then also be, have a barrel that's in the zone. Right? We've talked a lot about why, a lot of people think that you've got to swing down in softball because of the rise ball and all this stuff. The swing stays the same. Every elite hitter I see, all the top hitters, they're not swinging down through the ball. They're swinging slightly up through the ball. Just like if you put on, I don't know, if you watch baseball, put your favorite baseball player on. An elite swing is an elite swing, no matter the sport, no matter the gender, no matter any of it. It's the same. And the girls that get to the top of their level, whether it's college, professional, whatever, they're moving their body. The core principles of how they move their body are the same across the board. Stylistically, they're different. Alex has bigger moves. She's got a bigger leg kick, right? But the moves are the principles of the swing. Those certain things that they do are very, very similar. They're the same. Right? And so that's the idea. So if you haven't seen our other videos, go and check those out. We go even more in depth, but I wanted to show you, again, just a girl that just destroyed softballs. And again, I'm not saying destroyed like she just hit home runs. She did hit a lot of home runs, but she slugged the ever-living hell out of the ball. She drove the ball. She hit for an average. She did everything. She got on base. All the things you want to do in softball, she did. And also this ball right here, you see this thing going like that? It looks like, some people say, she missed that ball. This was a homer. She killed this thing out of, like, way out. So that's all I got. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment in the section below. If you have questions, I will answer them for you, try to help you out. Subscribe to the channel, share the video with all your friends, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later.